Imagine discovering a city built more than 4,000 years ago. Straight streets, brick houses, hundreds of wells, bathrooms connected to sophisticated drainage systems. A city so organized and advanced that even today, archaeologists are impressed by its engineering. This was Mohenjo daro. At its height, tens of thousands of people may have lived here. But eventually, the city was abandoned, and what happened to it remains one of the great mysteries of the ancient world. Some alternative researchers point to something even stranger. Certain areas of the ruins have been described as showing signs of intense heat. Materials were said to appear blackened, fused, or even partially melted. And according to some accounts, the destruction seemed strongest in one area, then became weaker farther away, almost as if something incredibly powerful had exploded near the center, and the force spread outward. Then there were the human remains. Skeletons were discovered among the ruins, and later writers claimed that some showed unusually high levels of radiation. Those radiation claims remain controversial and have never been reliably confirmed by mainstream archaeology. But the story becomes even more interesting when we look at ancient Indian texts. The Mahabharata describes terrifying weapons, brilliant flashes of light, enormous heat, and destruction on a massive scale. Put all of these descriptions together, and some alternative researchers argue that Mohenjo daro may have experienced a huge explosion. And if the reports of radiation were ever proven true, then the scale of that event might have been closer to what we would today associate with a nuclear-level explosion. But that creates an even bigger question. Who could possibly have possessed such a weapon more than 4,000 years ago? Perhaps Mohenjo daro was caught in a war between highly advanced beings or civilizations whose technology has been completely lost to history. Maybe one side used an immensely destructive weapon, and the city became collateral damage. Or perhaps the inhabitants themselves were far more advanced than we realize. What if they decided to leave? And before disappearing, they deliberately destroyed parts of the city, removing their technology, their records, and evidence of who they really were, almost like erasing themselves from history. There is no accepted archaeological evidence proving either of these possibilities. But there is another problem. We still cannot fully read the Indus script. So the people of Mohenjo daro left behind an extraordinary city, but almost no explanation of themselves. We can see where they lived. We can walk through their streets. We can study their engineering. But we still cannot ask them the most important question. What happened here? Was Mohenjo daro simply abandoned? Was it destroyed by an unimaginably powerful weapon? Or did its inhabitants deliberately make sure that the truth disappeared with them? More than 4,000 years later, Mohenjo daro is still keeping its final secret.